hello, 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 hello. Shivam. Satish, Selvan, Dinesh, Nihal, Shivam, Viraj, Nalapur. Hello, hello. Nalapur. Hello. Is it better now? Is it better now? Can all of you hear me clearly now? Hello. It's not clear. Okay, 1 second. Is it better now? I hope it's better now. Okay. Actually, I put the headphone jack in the microphone jack and the microphone jack in the headphone jack in the CPU. Okay. Sriraj, is this your first class with me? Okay, great. So today we will be discussing problems on cash flow statements. Sir, you have a cold? No, nothing like that. Right. So today we will be discussing uh, problems on cash flow statements. Tired, you can say, because I am taking the class from the office. Right now I am still in office, so I am taking the class from the office. Okay. So let's discuss. Prabha, it's not hard work. It's my daily routine. Anyways, so let's discuss the first problem. It's 8:42 p.m. now in India, Prabha, right? So you can calculate. Anyways, yes, between 10 to 12, or sometimes more than 12, right? Anyways, let's discuss the first question. Can all of you see the file I've shared? Illustration 1. Others, can you hear me? Shriraj, Divya, Nihal, Kelvin, Satish. Okay. So let's discuss this question. So the question says, the net income reported in the income statement for the year was rupees 1,10,000. Right. So I'm taking the currency of India. Right. And the depreciation, I have already discussed the basics of this topic, cash flow statement, in my previous classes, right? I hope all of you remember that. Right, so I'm not going to discuss the basics of cash flow statement again, right? Okay. So the net income reported in the net income reported in the income statement for the year was rupees 1,10,000. And the depreciation of fixed assets for the year was 44,000. Right. The balance of the current asset and current liabilities at the beginning and end of the year are as follows. Calculate the cash from operating activities. I can't see. The file is there, Sriraj. Can all of you see the file? Okay. Now read this cash flow statement and try to understand it. Alright, let's see how many of you pick it up. Right. Just try to solve this question. You have to calculate the cash from operating activities. Just try it. I will be back in 2 minutes. Right, try to solve this question. all of you hear me? Okay, so Lakshmi and Fahad has joined. Good evening, both of you. Okay, so we have to calculate the cash from the operating activities, right? This is the cash flow statement given, right? This is the cash, and at the end of the year it is 1,30,000, and beginning of the year 1,40,000. Debtors 2 lakh and 1,80,000, both at the end of the year and beginning of the year. Inventories 2,90,000 at the end of the year, and at the beginning of the year it is 3 lakh. Fahad, good evening. Prepaid expense is this much. Now let's see the solution. This is the solution, right? So the first thing will be the net income. Net income. The net income will be how much? 1,10,000. $1,10,000, right? Adjustment for non-cash and non-operating items is, right now in this we will add the depreciation, that is 44,000. So total it makes the operating profit before the working capital changes to be 1,54,000. How? 1,10,000 plus 44,000. Right? This is the net income given in the question, 1,10,000. Right? And the depreciation which was given to be 44,000. So we have added them up. Right? Net income plus non-cash and non-operating items. Right? So it makes a total of 1,54,000. So operating profit before the working capital changes is 1,54,000. Now let's see the current assets. Decrease in inventory is for how much? At the beginning of the year the inventory was 3 lakh, and at the end of the year it is 2,90,000. So there is a decrease of 10,000 in the inventory, right? So see, we are calculating the cash from operating activities now, right? So we will add that decrease in inventory, 10,000. Decrease in prepaid was how much? Prepaid expense 1,000. You can see at the beginning it was 16,000 and at the end it is 15,000. So total it makes how much? 1,000. So when we add this 10,000 plus 1,000, it makes a total of 11,000. So this is what? This is our current asset value, right? Now if we add this 1,54,000 plus 11,000, so it will become 1,65,000. I mean that the operating profit before the working capital changes, as well as the sum of current assets. Clear, everyone? Okay, now let's see what all things we have to deduct. Debtors. At the beginning of the year the debtors was 1,80,000, and at the end of the year it is 2 lakh. So increase in debtors is 20,000, and for current liabilities the decrease in account payable is 14,000. These things we will add to this value, and these values we will deduct from 1,54,000, right? Like, see, debtors, prepaid expense, inventories, all things are given over here. This is given in the question, right? So increase in debtors is 20,000, decrease in account payables. Account payable at the beginning of the year was 1,16,000 and at the end it is 1,02,000. So there is a decrease of 14,000. So on adding them up we get 20 plus 14 is 34,000. So we will subtract this 34,000 with this 1,65,000. So it will give the net cash flow from operating expense as operating activities as 1,31,000. This is our answer. This is what we have to calculate. Calculate the cash from operating activities. Clear, everyone? Clear? Somewhat, yes. You have to practice these type of problems. Right? Only then you can achieve mastery in this. This is just the first problem that I have discussed. Okay. Now let's discuss one question on investing activities. I told you there was one operating activity, one investing activity on that day, if you remember. Let's take a look at example 2. Can all of you see example 2? Hello? Can all of you hear me? Okay. Now let's read this question together. From the following information, calculate the cash flow from investing activities. Right, so this question is based on investing activity. Let's see the items which are given. Machinery cost. At the beginning of the year it was 4 lakh. At the end of the year it was 4,20,000. Accumulated depreciation. At the beginning of the year it was 1 lakh. At the end of the year it was 1,10,000. Patents. I hope all of you know what patents are. Patents means the rights. At the beginning of the year it was 2,80,000. At the end of the year it was 1,60,000. Right. Now let's see the additional information which is given apart from this. During the year, a machine costing rupees 40,000 with this accumulated depreciation, rupees 24,000 was sold for rupees 20,000. Patents were written off to the extent of rupees 40,000 and some patents were sold at a profit of 20,000. So these two additional information are given. Right. Now let's see how to solve this. What we have to calculate. Yes. We have to calculate the cash flow from investing activities, the net income from operating activities. You want to try? All of you want to try before, or should I discuss the solution directly? Yes means what? You want to try the problem first or you want me to discuss the solution? Okay, Fahad wants me to discuss the solution. What about others? What about others? Okay, let's discuss. This is the solution. Let's see the particulars given. Inflow from sale of machinery is 20,000. Inflow from sale of patent is 1 lakh. So it makes the total of 1,20,000. Right. In inflow means inflow of cash, credit. Why 20,000? Because at the beginning of the year the price of the machinery was 4 lakh, but by the end of the year it increases to 4,20,000. So we are having a profit of 20,000. That is why they have written over here inflow from the sale of machinery. Right. Similarly, if you see the patents, inflow from the sale of patent is 1 lakh. Yes. Don't only consider this value. Consider this value as well. Yes. That's what I was thinking. But read this as well. Additional information. Patents were written off to the extent of rupees 40,000, and some patents were sold at a profit of 20,000. Profit of 20,000. During the year, a machine costing rupees 40,000 with this accumulated depreciation was sold for 20,000. Yes, you are right. That is the net value, net inflow we are talking about, considering both this point and this point. Getting my point? So the total inflow is 1,20,000. Now here they have calculated the outflow as well. If you see, outflow means the money which is going out on behalf of machinery. Outflow on purchase of machinery is 60,000. Right. So the net cash flow from investing activities is 1,20,000 minus 60,000, which gives a total of 60,000. Clear? This is how they have calculated, I think, machinery activity. No. I did not get how the inflow is 20,000. Which value you are talking about, Fahad? We sold the machinery. See, suppose I bought a piece of pen, right, for say 100 rupees, right, and after 1 year the cost of that pen increased by by 20 rupees, right, and when I went to the shop for selling that pen, the shopkeeper is ready to buy that pen for 120 rupees. So how much profit am I making, Fahad? I bought a pen for 100 rupees. I keep it for 1 year, and then I wish to sold it for 120 rupees. How much profit am I making? 20 rupees, right? That 20 rupees is my inflow. It means it is flowing towards me or flowing in my account. In the same way, you can see this. At the beginning of the year, the price of the machinery was 4 lakh rupees. But by the end of the year, it increased or rises to 4,20,000. So it means we are making a profit of how much? 20,000. That is why they have written inflow from the sale of machinery. Okay, this part is clear, machinery part. Okay, now let's come to the patents. Sir, please get easy one sum. I have lots of problems. I have two actually sheets. This is another sheet. This is more complicated, but I'm discussing the basics one first, right? This is the more complicated, where you have this many additional information, 10 to 15 additional information, right? And then you have to make a table like this and calculate the values and do all those stuffs, right? So which one is easy, this one or this one? Before one, right? So you can see how much calculation it takes. Okay, so let's proceed. Right, inflow is 1,20,000, outflow is 60,000. So it means that 1,20,000 is coming into my account and 60,000 is going out of my account, right? So it means that I am having a balance of 60,000, right? That is what net cash flow from investing activity is. 60,000. Now you can see how they have calculated. This is the machinery account. They have made two separate accounts, right? And this is the patent account. Earlier the balance was 4 lakh rupees because they have bought the machinery for 4 lakh, right? And then suppose if they sold it for 4,20,000 after a year, 20,000 additional money will come into their account, right? Profit and loss account is 4,000. So the accumulated depreciation is how much? 20,000 plus 4,000, which makes a total of 24,000. This is the bank account, 60,000, right? I don't know how they've calculated. Leave this part. Let's discuss one more example. Now we will try to find by using the financing activities. Right, from the following information, calculate the cash from financing activities. Calculate the cash from, right? So we have discussed two types of activities: operating activity in the last question, financing activities, and now this activity. Sorry, this is financing activity. Yeah, same. Yeah, same. Right. So read this question and try to solve it. You have to calculate the cash from financing activity. These informations are given. I will hide the solution. Yes. This information is given. Prabha, I asked the coordinator to upload it in LMS. I hope she has uploaded it. Right, and I don't know whether all of you have gone through that file or not. Right? I did my part. Now it's on your side. How much you have practiced that file? Did you? I got, but folder is empty. Have you mailed to coordinator that the folder is empty? You should have mailed to her, no? Right. Anyways, you can mail to her and she will help you. See, my role is only to send the PPTs to the coordinator through mail. After that, uploading the PPTs on the LMS, organizing the files is her job, right? So you should ask the questions from her directly through mail, and she will respond. Clear? For nine, I don't remember, because what I usually do by the time the class ends, I send the files to the coordinator on the same day. I don't know what they do after that with that file. Right. I even don't know how they upload the file on LMS. Shriraj got it from the coordinator, Pravasi. Right. So if you need any recordings of the class, of any class, you can approach the coordinator. Right, and same applies to others as well. Clear? Am I clear to all of you? Okay. See, Shriraj shared the link as well. Great. Right, so you can go through this link after the class. Okay. Now try to solve this question. Example number 3. From the following information, calculate the cash from financing activities. The things which are given are, this is the for the end of the year 2006, and this value is for the end of the year 2007, or we can say beginning of the year this value is end of the year, 1st of January 2007, and this is 31st of January 2007. Equity share capitals is given, debentures is given, securities premium is given. Additional information given is interest paid on debentures is rupees 10,000. Do you want me to show the solution, or you want to try first, everyone? You have to find which things to subtract, which things to add. Okay, let me show you the solution and then we can talk. Can all of you see the solution? Okay. So the equity share capital at the beginning of the year is 4 lakh and at the end of the year it is 5 lakh. 10% debentures at the beginning of the year is 1,50,000 and at the end of the year it is 1 lakh. And security premium at the beginning of the year is 40,000 and at the end of the year it is 50,000. Right. Now let's see how to solve it. What all things we will write in particulars. Cash proceeds from the issue of the shares is 1,10,000. Interest paid on debentures is 10,000. Redemption of debenture is 50,000. Right. So if now this value is including the premium 1,10,000. How? 5 lakh minus 4 lakh is 1 lakh plus this 10,000. So it makes a total of 1,10,000. Sorry, this is not that value. This interest paid on debentures is this value, and then the redemption on debenture is 50,000. One lakh 10,000 in inflow, yes, and this 60,000 is outflow. Share value increased with premium. Yes, Shriyat got it right. Premium is inflow because they have added this value over here. See, 50,000 minus 40,000 is how much? 10,000, and 10,000 plus 5 lakh minus 4 lakh is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh plus 10,000 is 1 lakh 10,000. Getting my point, Vard? That is how they have got this value 1 lakh 10,000. And then in the outflow they have got this value of interest paid on debentures 10,000 from here. This from this additional information. See, the main goal is to judge which thing will go in inflow and which thing will go in outflow. That you can understand with time, with practice. Right? The more you read, the more you study. Right? I can only tell you the concept, but in applying the concept, you have to use your brain. Yes, debentures is decreased. It's clearly written, redemption of debentures. Redemption means utilization of debentures. Right, understand the English, it's clearly written, redemption. So it will go in the outflow. Clear? Example number 3 to everyone. Everyone, yes or no? Please repeat. Okay, 1 second. Which part you did not followed, Brijesh? Can you highlight the part which you have not followed? I will explain. I will be happy to explain that part again. It's confusing because you have to practice. Let's take a look at one more example. I can try to clear it. See, they have, this is the inflow 1,10,000. Outflow is what? Interest paid on debenture, which is this value 10,000 given. Redemption of debentures is 50,000. How? At the beginning of the year, the value of the debentures was 1,50,000, and by the end of the year, it gets reduced to 1 lakh. So when you subtract this 1,50,000 with 1 lakh, it will become 50,000. That is this value, redemption of debenture, right? So in your outflow, both this interest paid on debenture as well as redemption of debenture will go, right? So when you add them, it will become 10,000 plus 50,000, which, right, which will make a total of 60,000. So when you subtract this from this, you will get this. Inflow minus outflow is this value, which is your net value, right? Let's see one last example for today. Classify the following into cash flow from operating activities, investing activities, financial activities. Now see, these are the circumstances given, and we have to segregate which one comes under operating activities, which one comes under investing activities, and which one comes under financing activities, right? So yes, 50,000 is the net operating value, net financing value, sorry. Cash sale of goods. Which activity is this? Cash flow from operating, investing, or financing? Sriraj says operating. Fahad says operating. Let's check. Yes. The answer is operating. Cash sale of goods. Normal business activity of selling inventories or goods, which is cash inflow. Next one, cash paid to suppliers of raw material. Second one is operating again. Let's check. Cash paid to suppliers of raw material. Routine payment for purchasing the goods. Cash outflow. Sorry, we have to judge the inflow and the outflow. Right. These are right. You can see the solution. So you can go through the solution. All of you hear me? Leave this. This is not much of importance. I think you have one more class starting in 2 minutes. So we have to wind up the class. We will continue with this with more examples in next question, in next class. Right. Right, and also if you get time, try to go through these files in the LMS. Right. So that is all for today. Good night. Take care. See you tomorrow. Okay. I'm not sick in the office. I cannot speak at the peak of my pitch. Right. I have to use a controlled pitch. That's why the tone is not coming in full flow. Okay. So good night. Take care. See you tomorrow.